Something I thought of while you're talking about that is, I guess a unique opportunity would be like successful regional franchises that maybe aren't in your region yet. Like that could be something that could be a really hot idea. Like it's doing well, but it hasn't really, like the waters aren't full yet, if you know what I mean. Is that kind of an interesting strategy to go with?
Yes, absolutely. That's a totally interesting strategy. I can't tell you enough that there's some franchises out there that there's a fencing franchise that does really well that installs fencing and all that, and it's gotten so big now that it doesn't have a lot of territory available yet. But now there's a new startup fencing company that they only have one or two, and they are ready to become a competitor and then just tackle the market and go out there and be like their person that was before them and blaze in that path and be able to sell franchises in the territory when other people didn't have a shot at it.
Well, you look at somebody like Peyton Manning, and I know he owns a bunch of Papa John's franchises, and I guess when you look at it, when do you know that it's time to go for multiple franchises, or when are you spreading yourself too thin? Like what does that look like in terms of a strategy and looking at over time?
That's a great question as well. So multiple strategy is a great strategy. So the advantages of when you just go into a franchise and go, hey, I'm just going to buy one franchise. So your franchisee is going to be 50,000, but let's just say you go, you know what, I want to have two or three. Well, now you can negotiate on that franchise fee, and it's going to be what it would have been 150 if you would have done them, back to back. Now maybe you could get it for $100,000 for the franchise fee, and you have 3 units, and then you're opening your first, and then you have what a lot of people don't understand is you have a time period to build those other restaurants. Like you go, hey, I have 2 years for option number 2, and then another year for option number 3, and then building that. You could start with one and then just build up your infrastructure, because that's what you need to be a successful multi-unit franchise. Of course, you got to start somewhere, but then you start at year one, and then you're building your internal team and developing that team so you can. That the long term planning is we're going to expand, expand, expand.